call the agent with a bit more confidence now because I'm like, yo, I can half do this now. So I'm saying to him, oh, like, what's the play? He's saying, oh,
what's the state of the shop?
It was already a calf, so it's in pretty decent condition. I got pictures on it. I'll show you in a minute. So it's already been running as a calf, but it's been closed for like 3 months, so it's not like too bad. It was greasy and that, but it wasn't bad. Like, it didn't need loads of work. There was already, everything was kind of patterned, because sometimes you get a shell unit where it's like there's not even no floor down. You got to do everything.
That's the gym.
Yeah, I can imagine, bro. So call the agent. He's saying there's 2 more interested parties that want the building. One's offering a longer term on the lease, and another party's offering to take the downstairs and the upstairs. You're just offering to take the downstairs. So really, you need to take both, and you need to extend your term. So I've done that. I said, all right, cool, I'll revise my quote. Obviously, at this time, when you meet the agent, you're doing it all through emailing it. So I've emailed him, sent him all the bits. I've said, yeah, this is my offer. This is what I'm willing to offer. He's called me back. He's like, still not enough. Landlord wants to go with this other party. So I'm thinking, fuck. So boom. In the initial advert that they've posted online, they've put, they want £21,600 per year, but they're willing to drop it down to 20k for the year. So I'm doing maths. I'm like, 21.6 divided by 12, £1,800 a month. 20 bags divided by 12, 1660 or something like that. So I'm thinking, bro, this shop is in the ends, like 2 seconds from my mum's. I'm thinking, bro, I can't lose out on this opportunity for £140 a month. Fuck that. Call back the agent. I'm like, listen, I'll take it on an extended term as long as you give me a 3-year break in the lease. I'll take it for 10 years or whatever it was. Or did I take? I think I took it for 6 with a 3-year break. Yeah. And I said, I'll pay the 21.6, what you originally asked for.
So when you're doing all this bartering with the lease situation, where's this knowledge coming from?
Bro, for the last 10 years, bro, I have been learning. There's so much shit in my brain, I don't even know how, but from everything from property to get rich quick schemes, e-com, YouTube, content, music. I've just been learning it all. Every night, get in bed, put some shit on YouTube, learn some shit. Start following people, message people, speak to people, get mentors. So I just was getting like, I can't remember who I was speaking to at the time, but people were kind of talking to me at the time saying, don't do this and don't do that, and rare. Yeah, actually a friend of my mum's, he's big in property. He put me onto a guy that was like similar age group, and I spoke to my man on the phone quickly. He called me on no caller ID, like he wasn't even trying to have that relationship, but he'd done it through my man, like, yeah, I'll call him. He called me, no caller ID, I answered him, just was like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Psh, that's it, I'm out. Didn't speak to him again, kind of thing. So I went back to the landlord, boom, put all them things in place. So much things I was learning, like, okay, cool. So now I've got to a stage where I've offered them the 21.6. They've said yes. They're happy to do the break in the lease at 3 years. Because I'm thinking, yo, if I ain't got this shit popping by 3 years, they can have the building back anyway. Fuck it, yeah? So, boom, get all the lease sorted now. Now we're in negotiation phase, yeah? So, in the advert online, they're saying that they're going to allow the tenant the right to sublet the building above the shop, yeah? So, we've given the lease to solicitors now on both sides, yeah? I'm just about to sign the lease. I got an email from the estate agent saying the landlord's changed her mind and now she's saying that you can't sublet the building. Only family or staff can live above. I'm like, nah, bro. How am I going to get around this?
What was the reason for the change?
I don't have a clue, bro. I just think they were thinking...
that he's going to...
What?
Crop in there or
what they're thinking. I don't know, yeah? But I'm not having it. So I'm calling my solicitor and I'm saying, yo, I don't want this building then. Because I'm saying, if the business downstairs takes 2 to 3 years or whatever to get popping, I'm going to need the income from upstairs to make the thing work, innit? So my solicitor's like, well, I don't really know. She goes, 1 second. She goes on the ad. She finds where it says sublet. So she screenshots it, sends it back, and just hardballs them and says, listen, the whole deal's dead. You advertised online to say that the right to sublet was. Now we're in negotiations. You're trying to pull this fast one. So not only will we pull out, but you'll be subject to the legal fees. Boom. That was it. They called back like, yeah, nah, you can sublet. Had I not known that, they would have took the piss. So boom,
and
now.
that's a real thing. Like,
Yeah, they
that's
try
why
it,
you gotta
bro.
get solicitors involved in all those kind of things.
They definitely try it. But then, that being said, with the solicitors thing, I'll touch bases on this a bit later down. Bro paid a mad legal fee. I would never do that again. I would never take a lease on a unit now and use solicitors. Bro, I wouldn't. I'd read through the lease myself because I know what I'm looking for. If it's a 50-page lease, I will read that one page every day till I'm happy with it. Move to page 2, move to page 3. I'll ask ChatGPT what the fuck that means, or Google, or one of my mentors. Bro, legal fees are a madness. Anyway, so
what?
I know you feel that pain.
So what? The solicitors make you incur charges with legal fees, but if you read it yourself, you don't have those legal fees.
Nah, but you've got to convince them that you can operate at a level where you can do that.
That's what it was like for the gym. Remember, like, Gerge was supposed to sort out the lease on mine.
Yeah.
And I was getting calls saying they're going to pull out of the deal for the place that I got. I'm phoning my man saying, yo, what have you done? Like, yo, rare. So I've phoned the people that's in charge of it, which is a company, because the building's owned by BT. But but they've got people running their assets basically. They're saying, oh yeah, basically we're not moving fast enough. We're not doing this, that, and the other. I said, all right, I'm gonna take back control.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure everything that you need and what's required, we're gonna get sorted. So now I'm moving. I don't know nothing about leases.
You have to learn it all.
Yeah, I'm getting quotes from solicitors, 12 bags plus, bro.
Racks.
Yeah. I'm having to go into this mode that I didn't ever think I had to whilst doing whatever else I'm doing. And like he says, it's all about, you got to read through every little thing.
Yeah.
You got to make sure there's nothing that's going to come back to you. Because remember, if you're stuck in for 10 years,
You're locked in.
Yeah, you're locked in. But 5 years, there's going to be changes regardless. You get what I'm saying?
Of
They can lift the price on you after 5 years. There's so many different things within the lease, whether it comes down to even all of the ceiling, the condition of ceiling the walls, what you're responsible for, all of that stuff.
This is what a lot of people don't understand. So, say for instance, say you was going to take a unit on, you didn't really know what go on. The first protocol is you go and view it, you say you want it, boom. They'll say to you, send your offer over via email because they want a paper trail of everything.
Everything.
So you send the offer, it gets accepted or it doesn't. If it gets accepted, then you're in a void where you're just waiting, and then they'll send you a template lease, which is like a 95% complete lease. You might look at it and say, oh, I don't like that, change that.
That's what I'm going through right now.
Yeah, but when that happens, you can't do nothing. Your solicitor has to do it. But your solicitor's probably got a caseload of 40 other fucking jobs. So they're taking a month, 2 months to reply to this email about this little thing that's minor but just needs changing. And obviously, like, businesses is seasonal as well. So you might be looking to open in the summer and it's like Feb and you're like, yo, I ain't trying to wait till June, July. So you're trying to get like a bit aggy with these corporate people and they're like, you know how it is, and it's just long, bro. So
exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah, you're back and forth with these people and they're just not, they don't give a shit, bro.
Especially when it comes to the corporate people or
the
larger scale units as well.
They don't give a fuck.
And then when it comes to council, because obviously depending on the business, you're going to need certain permissions.
And sometimes what they'll do is like, they'll rope you in, they'll say, pay the deposit, and then we will allow you to wait to see if you get planning permission. If you do, then we'll give you your deposit. No, if you do, then we'll give you the unit, we'll give you the right to sign the lease and take the unit. If you don't get the planning, you get your deposit back. But like the deposit might be 6 months and the unit might be 80 bags. So you've got 40 bags tied up for 6 months and you're thinking, bro,
mental.
I don't know if the council are going to allow me to do this permission shit. Long, bro.
Mental.
So I just learnt so much. And then back to my one now. So it's gone to solicitors now. I never had a fucking clue. So I open my laptop, I go on Google, bam, I pick the first solicitor that I see. That's like they're like ranking high on Google or whatever. Go with them, boom, long thing. 4 months I'm waiting. So from December 2021, I didn't get the keys for the building till the 1st of April 2022. So I done refurb all through April, all through May, and I opened the 6th of June 2022. So this June will be 3 years.
Okay.
So,
and this is all with the loan money.
yeah, so back to the loan money. So after about a week of me getting pre-approved for the 10K, I woke up, like I said, I'm meditating, I'm on this spiritual journey. I had this feeling, bro, to just check my clear score thing again. I've checked it again, pre-approved for another 10 quid. Buff, done it. It's gone straight in my bank again. So there's 20 now. I'm like, bro, I can do this, man. Fucking hell. I've been living my life on peanuts for time, bro. 20 bags, I can do something with it. Cool, so. Yeah, boom, the 20 bags is in, safe. So there's loads of little things they're trying to pull fast ones with. At the time, I had a look at the lease and my solicitor was like, they're not allowing the right security of tenure. She's like, do you know what that means? And I'm like, no. So I had to Google it while she's on the phone. And it's basically, when your lease is up, it's the right for you to extend without the landlord saying no, yeah? So, say for instance you've built a business over the last 10 years and it's doing,
there, mate.
yeah, say the business is doing 20 grand a week, $1 million a year, and your landlord decides they want to sell the building, yeah, which they're allowed to do, they can do that, but your lease supersedes who owns the building. So say Mr. John down the road owns the building, he can sell that building, but you're still the lease. You're still the tenant. You're basically the under tenant, so they can sell the property, but you can stay in. If you don't have security of tenure, they can come to you and go, your lease is up, see you later, boom, bam, and then like you're finished.
You're gonna have to set up somewhere else.
Yeah, bro, that could fuck your whole business up, bro. I've heard about businesses that were like on one side of the road, a small unit, got it really busy. They went over the road to a bigger unit and customers are just like, it's like they feel like you ain't the people no more, or maybe that was more efficient for them when they're parking, and like sometimes it just fucks up your whole business. You could move over the road and that's a one-way street, and now no one don't come there, it can kill your business. So learned a lot of stuff. So yeah, they tried fucking about with the sublet rights. Security of tenure was a madness. And then I went back to view it just before I signed the lease, like a week before, and there was a roof leak on the 3rd floor. So I'm saying to them, no, that was it. I've took my mum with me. She's just like, she don't give a fuck. Like, she's just uprooted everything, yeah? She's not here for it. So she's going around looking at everything. She's like, what's that on the wall? What's that mould, yeah? So we've gone upstairs into one of the bedrooms. There's a leak in it. She's touched the ceiling like that, but it's just gone boom. Like, bare plaster on the floor and it's all fucked, yeah? So I'm like, oh my days. The lease is done now. Everything's patterned. My solicitors are waiting for their money. That was like a $4,000 solicitor bill. They want 3 years deposit. No, 3 months deposit, sorry. So all in total, it's like just under 9 quid. Was it? Just under 10 quid. It was 9,600. Yeah, it was 9,600. Boom. So how do I play it now? There's this leak. So they're trying to push me to sign a lease now. And I'm saying, yo, what I want for this roof, bro? Like, I didn't even want the flat. You've coerced me into fucking taking the flat on. I just want the shop. So boom now. I'm saying, nah, I don't want the flat. I want the shop. Fuck that. Whatever. They're like, oh, nah. Like, it's no deal if you don't take the flat at this point. So I'm saying, get the roof fixed. Cool. So they pulled a fast one, bro. Imagine. They've said to me, oh yeah, right, we'll get the roof fixed. So cool. They've apparently had the roof fixed, yeah? So I've gone back there, ceiling's been done, it's all been painted and that. I'm like, looks okay. So I've said, send me invoice for the work, what you've had done to the roof. And I want personal guarantee off the roofer or the company. So if ever there's an issue with that, it's not me, it's him, because any roofer gives warranty, obviously. So they were like, yeah, okay. So like, they make me wait for weeks now. And then they send over the invoice for the works that the roofer's done. But there's certain things on there that I'm like, he's whacked them in it because they're a commercial company. He's obviously whacked them. So I'm looking at the invoice. It's like 15 bills for this minor roof repair. Yeah, I'm thinking, raw. He's saying he's done all this extra shit. So at the time, I was at my boy's studio. Yeah, he's got a drone on the side. I said, borrow me that drone. No word of a lie. Pulled up over the road, sat in my car, flew the drone up. Viewed the whole roof.
Man said, borrow me the drone. You borrowed him, bro. I had a drone the other day, bro. I just flew off, bro.
You know, he sounds like James Bond, bro. God, you know all these terminologies and boom, like.
It was nuts. At the time, I remember, like, when I got the money through, I was okay. So I got a new car and that. And like I said, I flew to the studio. My boy had a drone, pulled up.
Closer to the mic, though. Closer to the mic.
Shit, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so boom. I'm over the road. I flew the drone up. 4K, broad daylight. I'm scanning this whole roof now. And I've took like an 8-minute video of the roof. And there's bare things on there that I can see they ain't done. So I'm now going back to them and I'm saying, yo, my man's tore you a new one, innit? Like, he's give you this big invoice for all this work, but he hasn't done it. So they're like, oh, like, it's nothing to do with us and that. They're trying to put it on the roofer. So the roofer turns up at the shop one day to come speak to me. No. How does it go? This time I still haven't signed the lease. So yeah, he personally guarantees the works on the lease, yeah? I signed the lease, boom, that's it, it's done now. Paid the 9,600 to the agent, whatever, to the landlord, all of that, yeah? So my deposit's paid, lease is signed. My solicitors give me a $4,000 legal bill, and then I've read through the lease. After my solicitor's done all his work in it, and I remember, I'll never forget the day, there's this Jewish guy, he lives like 2 minutes away from the shop. He's like in his 70s. Me and him just end up being cool, and he's on business, so we speak about shit. So he was like, one day we were talking, and he was like, where's your lease? Have you got it? And I said, yeah. He said, go and get it for me, and I'll have a look. Bridging, I'll never forget the day. It was summer, and we were sat outside the shop, and my man was vexed, bro. He's flicking through the lease, and he's like, bro, you're completely naked. You're not protected anywhere. He's like, what have you paid for? I'm saying, what do you mean? He's like, there's bare things in here that they're fucked. He's like, they've give you an annual insurance thing that you have to pay. They've got people coming in to survey the property while you're a tenant that you have to pay for. This is like racks, you know. Like, the insurance is a rack a year. They just want that in one go, boom. The surveyor's like £2. And what was another thing? They can have the property valued at your expense. Bare things. Vex. I'm like, nah. I'm reading this lease, and he's saying to me, if you default on rent and you don't pay it within 7 days, they can evict you. Like, he's like, this is mad. There's bare mad things. He's like, suppose you broke your leg and you was in hospital and you couldn't get to the bank for a week. They'd kick you out the building. He's like, this is mad. So I learnt my lesson and read through the lease. I was like, cool. Then I decided, like, if I ever do anything again, I'm not going to use a solicitor. I'll just learn all this jargon myself, and I'll fucking do it myself. So, yeah, that was that. Then we refurb the shop. We get the shop open. And, yeah, bro, we're still going now.
What about the roof? You sorted out the roof?
Yeah, so roof now. It was all sorted for a while. It started leaking again. And the agents are saying, talk to the roofer. So I'm calling this roofer now. And I'm saying to my man, listen, the roof's leaking. Like, you need to come do it. Yeah, mate, I'll get down there. My man ain't getting down for shit, bro. calling him. He comes one day, and he just looked like a dodgy guy in it. So I'm saying to him, mate, what's going on with the roof? He's like, I'm just waiting for a set of ladders. I said, you're a roofer and you ain't got ladders. Guy was annoying me, bro. So he's saying, I had these 2 lads on and they were working for me, but they've done all the work. I said, they've done all the work. Boom. Press play on the video. Because he don't know I've got it. Not even the estate agents know that I've got it. I just know that they haven't done it. So I was like, do you know what? Save the bullshit. Make the roofer personally guarantee it. And if anything happens with the roof, he's got to fix it. Played the video. My man's like, oh my, these old school geezers. He's probably thinking, how the fuck have you got camera footage of the roof? You probably don't even know what a drone is, bro. So showing him, he's like, oh mate, they've done me over and that. This what happens when you hire staff and all that. And I said, yeah, that's all cool, mate, but the roof's leaking, like what you're saying. Anyway, he never ends up coming back. So I paid to have the roof done out of my pocket, because it was just getting long. I wanted to get tenants in and all that shit, and they were longing me out. So I paid to have the roof done myself, and then the next month I discount it off the rent. Boom, send it. Because obviously at this point, everyone's blanking me. They're acting all dumb and that. But you see, when I've hit them now with the
deduction.
Yeah, deduction. Now they're vexed. They're calling me. I said, listen. You've made your roofer come and do the work. He's done the work, supposedly. Now it's leaking. That don't fall on me. I've called him. I'm sending you emails every time I call him. I'm like, yo, it's the 11th of March, 10 a.m. Just called your mate, Billy, whatever his name is. He's not answering. I've documented it. So like 6 times I've tried to call him. He's not answered. So I've said, look, it was £400 to have the roof done. Like, that's it. They tried a little bit and then they just stopped messaging about it, and that was it, innit? But I learnt my lesson there. Yeah, opened the shop, everything, boom, was all right, bro. Just kind of got to it, and then we're still going, innit? Nearly 3 years later. I haven't even hit the 3-year point. 3-year point is the 6th of June. So yeah, bro, madness. Transition from the music into the restaurant business, not having a fucking clue about food either, really.
That's what I was gonna
What
ask.
made you want to do food?
I just saw an opportunity. I got a family of good cooks and whatever. I thought I could probably pull it together. Like, it'd be fine, bro. Hardest thing I've ever done in my life, bro. There's been times where, you know, when you just question it all, like, fucking hell, man. Like, I've done all of this to do this, like, whatever. And then, yeah, slowly things have got better, and now, yeah, it's going well.